Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for July 9th, 2025. This is the Weather Guru podcast for July 9th, 2025, and we're going to be looking at the severe thunderstorm warnings and watches across the United States, the lower 48 United States. Thank you for joining me. Hit that subscribe button, that like button. Appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen, here. We just have a number of typical summertime thunderstorms that are bubbling up, particularly on the eastern seaboard here. We have a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings for the Delaware, Pennsylvania area. This is Chester, Delaware County, and Newcastle County in Pennsylvania here, southeastern Pennsylvania, from Wilmington up into the Philadelphia area. So if you're coming along I-95, I-495 out of Wilmington and heading toward Philadelphia, the airport, all northwestern suburbs into Berks County, all of this rain in this complex here is under flash flood warnings here, as 1 to 3 inches per hour of rain is expected by Doppler radar here. Flooding of small creeks and streams is expected here. So if you're in northwest Philadelphia suburbs, west Philadelphia, south Philadelphia, toward the airport, back toward Chester and Delaware, Claymont, Philadelphia, Claymont, Wilmington, Delaware, 495, 95 impacted here, and Route 1 in Delaware, leaving Wilmington going towards Bear and down towards the St. George's Bridge, towards Townsend and Smyrna. This whole complex here is part of the cold front pulling through here. This rain extends all the way west out back towards Lancaster and York, Pennsylvania, down into Maryland, Baltimore. It just came through you, Annapolis. This strong line of storms, Queen Anne County, down toward the Chesapeake Bay area and the Delmarva Peninsula. Strong winds, strong rain, heavy rain, and that's where the severe thunderstorm warnings and marine warnings have been concentrated here in orange along the Chesapeake Bay here. So just keep that in mind there if you're heading up that way or heading home from work during that time. Now, we also have some severe thunderstorm warnings in the Carolinas here. They've had some flooding rains here in central Carolina here. This is just to the north of Charlotte. Up 77 here towards Statesville, North Carolina, and Hickory and I-40 there. Just south of there, Lincolnton getting hit hard by rain. Shelby, North Carolina, getting hit hard by rain there. And these showers will continue to advance northward here as all the moisture from High Point, Greensboro, the Triad cities getting hit hard here. Durham, Chapel Hill, 440, I-40, a steady rain. I-85, a steady rain heading out of Durham up into the Virginia border there. So you can see heavy rain in central North Carolina, and we have those watches and warnings appropriate here. Severe thunderstorm warning in southern Maryland. I just showed you here, Calvert and St. Mary's County. Heavy rain, hail could be going there, less than an inch of hail possible in that area as well. And we also have some severe thunderstorm warnings in Montana and Nebraska and the Plain States. These are isolated, as you can see here. Great Falls, Montana here, as I zoom out of their radar here. You can see these are isolated storms here in Lewistown area towards some of the reservations here. And then we also have in South Dakota, we have this storm here. Most of these are hail producers here, producing less than 70 mile an hour wind gusts, straight mile an hour wind gusts in South Dakota here. Once again, this is for Millette and Todd counties in South Dakota. Hail and straight line winds, the primarily damage here is going to be considerable. This is by trained weather spotters. You can see heading toward Mission, South Dakota, St. Francis, South Dakota, and just smack dab in the middle of the state, a couple hundred miles southeast of Rapid City in the Black Hills, South Dakota here, just on the border with Nebraska here, just to the east of Chadron and Valentine, Nebraska here. So be very careful. These will be heading your way into in those areas as well. And that's also severe storm warning for Cherry County, Nebraska. As you can see, this complex here, 1 inch hail and 60 mile an hour winds is possible with this complex. And this complex is moving pretty fast here. This little mesoscale convective complex is moving east at 19 knots with 1 inch hail. As you can see, that hail corridor outlined in red there, and you can also see all that convection there, reducing those hail showers. Those hail and straight line winds are the main concern. Winds greater than 60 miles an hour and hail about an inch or just under an inch for many of these severe thunderstorm warnings that are in Maryland, South Dakota, North Carolina, and the Plain States in Nebraska and Montana. That's what we have going on here. And along that comes the flash flood threats in Texas that continues here. Flash flood warnings continue and from McCullough County, this is out toward Brady, Texas here, just north of Richland, just south of Richland Springs, Texas. We also have a flash flood warning for the District of Columbia, DC, Maryland, and Virginia area here. And this is going to be set to expire here pretty shortly here in the next 35 minutes. But there's heavy rain here, out coming moderate rain in yellow here. So the rain is backing off here from the radar here based in Virginia, northern Virginia. And you can see the rain advancing to the northeast here through the DC, through the Beltway District. Alexandria, you're getting hit hard. Some of the suburbs of Bowie, PG County, over towards Anne Arundel County. Heaviest rain out that way. But you can see we also have flash flood warnings for West Virginia and Summersville, West Virginia, for this cell here producing 19 minutes, producing 2 inches to 4 inches of rain have already fallen. An additional 0.5 to 1.5 inches are possible in this warned area here in West Virginia, just to the east of Charleston. So if you come along 64 there, the West Virginia Turnpike, be very careful. There's heavy rain and a lot of flash flooding there up them hills and hollers there of West Virginia. Now, New Mexico as well. Still that flash flood warning for Ruidoso. Remember earlier today we had a bunch of rain there. Still some rain in the Santa Rosa Mountains here, south of Ruidoso, New Mexico here. Sierra Blanca Mountains that continue to rain here, lining up along this little outflow boundary here from Alamogordo through the Air Force Base, Holman Air Force Base, and up towards the border with Colorado. So just something to keep in mind there as well in New Mexico. And then we also have some other warnings that are in, but no tornado warnings, thank God. Just flash flood warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings here. Typical summertime pattern is to get a lot of these popcorn showers here. As you can see, most of the warnings are concentrated along the eastern seaboard here, as I showed you before, along 95 here and 85 here and 40 here in North Carolina. So you have all this rain converging into the area here, and this should be pushing offshore here within the next 3 to 4 hours here, and it should be all said and done by 10-11 o'clock tonight Eastern time for most of our eastern seaboard cities along 95 and 85 here. New York, you're missing out on the rain right now. You may get a few showers in the Brooklyn and Queens and maybe Upper Bronx, but upstate, you're going to be missing out on this rain here that's going to be coming through here within the next 3 to 4 hours. So this has been your Weather Guru update for the flash flood and severe thunderstorm warnings and watches for July 9th, 2025. Take care. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you on the next episode, and blessings from the Weather Guru.